morning. My name is Allison Miller. I will be a senior next fall, and I am excited to submit my application for Trumpet Section Leader. I want to be Trumpet Section Leader because I love working with others, and next year's leadership is going to require extremely effective team coordination. A key to this is a leader who has the ability to make each member feel noticed and important, and at the same time, can personally model and reflect the high level expectations and accountability that the MMB demands. It's going to take a lot of work from everyone next year to get us back on track, and a lot of that pressure is going to fall on the student leaders. We will need members of leadership who are experienced in giving not only band related feedback, but also support in other areas of life. We need leaders who are organized and able to handle a million requests and obligations at once. We need leaders who are optimistic, kind, and passionate. I believe that I am that kind of leader. I have the experience, skills, and character to provide support, encouragement, and guidance to all members of the section equally. I have the knowledge that we will need the help of all members of the leadership team to help the year go most smoothly. And I have the capability to handle a lot of pressure and hard work with a smile because I've watched outstanding MMB leaders in the past and modeled their methods in all aspects of my life. Being a member of the trumpet section over my 3 years here has shaped me into the person that I am in more ways than I can name here right now. It has made me a hard worker, a compassionate optimist, a dedicated member of a family. There are many trumpet traditions that are very valuable and I would take great effort to maintain, such as the expectation that older members will walk younger members, or any members that want company, home after social events and parties. These simple gestures show the compassion, respect, and genuine care that we have for each other. I was so surprised and comforted by the seniors who walked me back home to East Quad my freshman year, and I look forward to taking on that role myself and encouraging my peers to do so with me this fall. At the same time, while for the most part our section has this fantastic tradition of welcoming new members into the family during the beginning of the fall, I have noticed a significant drop off in the support and connection as the fall semester ends and the winter begins. While this may be very understandable, MMB is over, and if you don't participate in an athletic band, then it can be difficult to maintain relationships. It can be confusing for new members, especially as they enter the more isolated winter semester. As section leader, I would focus on maintaining these inclusive environment that we create in the fall, in the winter, by helping to host regular study sessions, social events like movie nights and game nights, and by simply doing my part to individually keep up with the newer members, by offering to meet up for lunches, smaller study groups, or to go on a run or walk around the ARB. All of these activities can be altered to be virtual or safely in person, depending on the environment. Finally, our section is fantastic because it's so large. However, that does have a potential downside. A huge goal of mine as a section leader would be to make sure that everyone knows everyone in the section, at least their names. I remember I was told as a freshman I would know everybody's names by Halloween. I worked hard to get to know all the members as well as I could, but it was disheartening when I realized that around Halloween, there were still upper class members who had never learned my name. As section leader, I would ask and encourage upperclassmen to learn everybody's names. In thinking about next year, I have identified 3 major areas of focus. One, we're going to be out of shape physically. We have not been getting nearly the same exercise as we normally would have this entire year. 2, we're going to be out of shape musically. While many MMB members have likely tried to keep up with practicing regularly, it's understandable that without the presence of MMB and athletic bands and traditional concert settings, that likely many people are not where they'd usually be. And we're going to be out of shape mentally. We've grown accustomed to a pandemic style of living because we've had to. So we may be out of practice in things like our time management skills. Our mental health has taken a toll, and many people have suffered so much loss. So I do have a plan. To help us get in shape physically as section leader, I would first encourage participation in the KK Sci and TBS Summer Fitness Challenge. And as the KK Sci Social and Wellness Community Chair, I will be helping to organize that project to be very relevant to the MMB experience anyway. I will also create a trumpet-wide element to the challenge and would make a special award for whoever logged the most points in the challenge, Could be a gift card or something all members of the section sign, something like that. One thing we've all gained from this pandemic are new virtual communication skills. I would use our common familiarity with these online platforms that we've used all year long to our advantage. For example, to help ensure fitness levels, as section leader, I would host weekly or bi weekly meetings on Zoom where we would have a chance to check in with one another and share our physical goals, talk about where we are, share tips and tricks that we discover. We're all so tired of screen time at this point, but when it's used for a social outlet, it actually is an awesome tool for connection no matter where people are physically over the summer. Finally, I would implement an option for Trumpet workout buddies. Personally, I've always done best with a specific gym buddy to keep me motivated and on task. I've realized that many people are missing this connection right now. And while it may not be safe to attend gyms everywhere in the country and people may not be living near friends, that does not mean we can't still be workout buddies. Thanks to our ability to connect wherever, whenever, we don't need to be in person to have accountability with someone else. As section leader, I would create a program where members of the trumpet section can sign up to be paired with another member to create a workout buddy pair. These buddies will check in with one another during the week to encourage each other to get out and get moving. They can even be on a call with each other as they go for a run in their respective cities. By having a specific person who has agreed to be there to talk about healthy habits, we will each feel an increased positive sense of accountability that will serve each of us in an incredibly positive and productive way. If I am named section leader, I will begin implementing this program right away. The sooner we can get moving, the better. To help us get in shape musically, I also have some ideas. First of all, I would immediately send my favorite warm-up sets to the section at the beginning of the summer so that members who do not have a specific personal routine or who want to try something new have a solid option. I'll offer health-informed, safe meetups on campus throughout the summer, and also regular virtual Zoom calls where members can play together and have a chance to talk about whatever questions arise over the summer. I've participated in the virtual trumpet ensemble this semester, so I'm prepared in all the ways that we have to alter a typical in-person rehearsal to work in a virtual setting. While it's not really possible to play in a group at once with microphones on, it certainly works to have everyone play synchronously with their individual microphones muted, and only the conductor with a metronome playing is unmuted. Individual players can play a recording of the piece at the same time if they want to hear the rest of the instrumentalization, or simply play on their own. Individual players can definitely play unmuted one at a time, and something that's been really successful in trumpet ensemble is to go into breakout rooms with one or two other players who have similar parts and listen to one another one at a time and provide feedback to each other. In these ways, we can successfully create an experience that allows players to work together virtually and experience that crucial sense of community that motivates us all so well in person. Finally, there's our mental health. This is something I take very seriously, and monitoring the mental well-being of the trumpet section would be a priority for me as section leader. Each member of the MMB is an incredible person who accomplishes so much, but nobody can operate at their full potential when they are struggling with stress, depression, anxiety, or any other form of cognitive distress. As section leader, I would work alongside the leadership team to push and support all members to perform their very best at all times, as is the expectation of the MMB. But I know that this is only possible when all members are in a good place. As section leader, I would pay close attention to each individual member, and I'll notice if they're lagging behind the group, unusually quiet or aggressive during rehearsal, having difficulty remembering their sets, regularly forgetting to mark their music, never attending social events, not replying to texts, etc. I would first do my best to reach out to them and make a connection. And if there's another member of the leadership team who has had a similar experience or shares an apartment building or anything at all, I would try to connect them. As a final resort, if the member is showing signs of extreme distress, I would definitely inform you, the directors, and get the member immediate help. While so very many of us are feeling very excited about the prospect of returning to some in-person version of campus life, many of us are also dealing with the loss of loved ones, of fear and anxiety around the virus, and the many unknowns in general. And these are factors that even as a section leader, I would not be able to completely erase. However, I can be a sounding board for the problems. I can serve as a listening ear or as a peer who can give relevant advice, and as a connection to other helpful resources. Every single one of us will be coming into next year with different experiences from this pandemic time, but every single one of us will also be craving the connection to the community that we have missed so much this past year. And as section leader, I will strive to help every member connect and find peace. I think that an effective team is one that honors and reflects all of the individuals inside of it. The first step to fostering a truly inclusive and diverse environment is to give space for each member to be seen and heard. There will be absolutely no toleration for any kind of disrespect, for of any kind, including sexism, racism, homophobia, body shaming, or anything else in the Trumpet section with me as section leader, because no member will ever be allowed to be put down. Specific steps that I will take include offering space for members to share their individual needs with me, the leadership team, and the whole section. We will always do everything we can to honor whatever a member needs to feel comfortable. Also, I will model being an inclusive leader by giving equal feedback and help to all members, not just in terms of time, but also in the quality of the help and feedback. The goal will be to create an environment where everyone feels secure in their right to be there and safe in the fact that they are now and forever part of the M&B Trumpet family, no matter who they are outside of band. A large part of being a successful leader is how you deal with situations where a member is being uncooperative. My approach for this is to get to the root of the problem. Why is this member acting out in an uncooperative way? 9 times out of 10, it's for a reason that you can work with and would be valuable to know. For example, let's say a student is refusing to attend sectionals. Other members of the leadership team have told them that they need to come and reminded them of the time, and the student replies in an aggressive way. Instead of getting angry and blaming the student, as a leader, it is important to reach out to the member at a time where they'll likely feel to be at ease. So, not during rehearsal, which might be a high stress time, but instead find a time that I could meet them for lunch or on the way to class. And then I would talk gently with them to figure out the problem. Are they feeling overwhelmed with schoolwork? If so, I can help them connect with other members of the band in that major or other appropriate school resources. If they're having a social problem with another member of the section, I would ask the appropriate questions to find out if it's a problem I could resolve, or if not, I would reach out to you, the directors, to help resolve the issue. By showing the seemingly uncooperative member that I care about them as a whole human and that their feelings matter, it is very likely that a solution will be able to be found and that they can feel more comfortable in the team. It is important to remember that no one wakes up and decides, I'm going to be uncooperative today. It always stems from something, often unrelated to band at all. Sometimes I won't be able to actually solve that something, but maybe simply giving the student a chance to share their burden can help them deal with it better. Often I'll be able to do something to help the situation, even if I can only do something small, like regularly walk with the member to rehearsal, or remember to ask them about their midterm and send them a good luck text. And that will result in the member feeling much more comfortable and willing to work within the group. I think that I would have a lot of support from the section if I was named trumpet section leader. The section really is like a family, and I've experienced so much love and respect from its members over the years. I think that it's clear to the other members of the section that if I was named section leader, this tradition of care and compassion would continue. In addition, I'm very qualified to be section leader. I've played first part all 3 years, and I've participated in as many M&B extracurriculars as I possibly can. I've been a member of the trumpet ensemble all 3 years and a member of the basketball band for as long. I've enjoyed listening to others and lending my ideas in the various M&B committees. I was named basketball band co-manager my sophomore year, and I was a rank leader this past fall. I'm chair of the Social and Wellness Committee in KK and with my fantastic committee, we have created several opportunities this year for MMB members to connect safely during the pandemic, such as the Halloween Reverse Trick or Treat event in October and the current ongoing MMB Pen Pal project. For the trumpet section in particular, I recently organized a sympathy card for the Illinois trumpet section in honor of Krista Roth, the trumpet section leader for the Illinois Marching Band, who unexpectedly passed away in January. I had all of our members sign a virtual card where we also uploaded some favorite pictures of us and wrote many messages of support and condolence. I think it's clear how much I love and value being part of the MMB community. The people and the things that we have done together have shaped me into who I am, and I am so grateful for it. Thank you very much.